When you think about 80s slashers, it's hard not to think about Jason Voorhees and the Friday the 13th series. And while it might not have the creativity of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies or the good films of the Halloween series, it certainly is as bloody and violent as the best of them. The scourge of the MPA and parents alike, it really endeared itself to its teenage audience thanks to its high body count and absolute horniness, if we're honest. And that's what we're going to talk about today. The body count, not the TNA. We're not that kind of channel here. Could we be? No, we could be. No, we won't. So, grab your hockey mask and machete. It's my top 13 Friday the 13th kills. Number 13. A rare bit of good direction in the series. This one wins points not for how gruesome it is, but because of how shocking it is. As the first sequel to Friday the 13th, we weren't really sure what to expect. And when we see Alice return from the previous film, we think, hey, maybe she'll be the focus here as well. Especially because it's a really overlong intro that's like over 10 minutes in. And we get some fake outs and jump scares. There's a cat at one point, but yeah, a lot of the Friday the 13th films kind of have a lot of filler at the start. But then they prove that it's not all filler. Sometimes it's killer, as Alice is stabbed in the temple with a screwdriver. And the head in the fridge of Mrs. Voorhees reminds us that her baby boy Jason is back for some bloody revenge. A nice fake out and a misdirect that really got this on the list for me, and also a great introduction to our killer, Jason Voorhees. Number 12. There's not many guarantees in the series, but one of them is that if Tom Savini is involved, you're going to get some awesome effects, aka the first and the fourth one have good effects. And in the case of the first film ever, that's certainly true, as we get the iconic, violent and surprising arrow through the neck as Kevin Bacon is lying on a bed minding his own business and bam, just right through the neck. It's disgusting and violent and kind of sickly satisfying. It's stuck with all of us, it's iconic, and while it isn't Jason, it's still a pretty damn great kill. I mean, you should have known better, dude. Come on, Kevin Bacon, smoking kills. Number 11. One thing you definitely wouldn't associate Jason with is speed or agility. But you wouldn't know that from this clip from Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Spoiler alert! It's not. Jason kind of has a weird thing about throwing people through windows into houses or jumping through windows himself, but here he's mixing it up by throwing a woman out of a window onto a car. 2 stories, and thankfully the car was there to break her fall. God damn! The car somehow got the worst of that one. Jesus, it exploded. I hope you got its license plate. Number 10. Can you sum up Friday the 13th in one image? Hockey mask, duh. But if you were to go further than that, I would say you can really get the meaning of the series from this clip from the 2009 Friday the 13th reboot, which isn't to everyone's taste, but personally I feel it did a good job of condensing the messiness of the series and gave us some of its greatest hits. And I think this is its greatest hit of all, because if this doesn't sum up Friday the 13th, nothing ever will. As a topless woman goes swimming in a lake and gets a machete in the head and is lifted just above the water so that we see that she is in fact topless. Listen, it's what Friday the 13th is all about. Flash and slash, baby, woo! Number 9. Characters in Friday the 13th are rarely developed. Certainly never developed enough that we actually long for their demise. But there is an exception in this clip from part 6, Jason Lives.
She should have stayed in the kitchen where she belongs.
Sexist prick is walking through the woods and Jason reminds us that he has amazing aim and a sixth sense of humour. And, also worth pointing out, Jason is clearly a feminist and is all for sustainability because he's got a second-hand machete. Oh, no good. Number 8. In case you were wondering why the aforementioned film was called Jason Lives, it's because in part 4, the final chapter, Jason was killed. That's actually 2 Friday the 13th films with final in the title, and neither of them the final, but I digress. So Tommy Jarvis and a man whose name you'll soon read on his tombstone go to dig him up, and a stray bolt of lightning gives us a maggot-ridden zombie Jason, and while he might have maggots, he's also got heart. Who is writing these jokes, man? Is it the fucking Crypt Keeper? Anyway, bonus points for the way Jason just sunk that body right back in the casket. Damn, look at it. No wonder LeBron is such a fan of the Friday the 13th series. Jason can ball. Number 7. Saying Jason harasses campers is kind of like saying Snoop Dogg likes a smoke. It's just a real undersell. But somehow it wouldn't be until part 7, The New Blood, that's the one where he fights the girl with telekinesis. It's a long story. No, actually it's not. That's just what happens. But he comes across a sleeping bag, and we basically learn that campers and sleeping bags are the Friday the 13th version of fish in barrels. A kill so dark, iconic, violent, and weirdly funny in a dark way that they replicate it in Jason X and play off it in the 2009 reboot. And honestly, if you just told people that wanted to camp at Crystal Lake that the last person to do it got turned into a smoothie in their sleeping bag, pretty sure no one would camp there again. Just put that on the sign instead of warning, danger, smoothie sleeping bag. No thanks. Number 6. Not content with the Muppets being the only ones to take Manhattan, Jason decided to give it a go as well. But I'd like to see Kermit the Frog do this. Jason gets into a boxing match, although calling it a match is probably generous. He basically went to the Homer Simpson school of boxing. So he basically gets pummeled for about a minute straight and then lands his punch. But it's a killer blow. What can I say that the makers of Mortal Kombat haven't summed up so eloquently?
Fatality.
Number 5. Part 3 was the first of many in the series. It was the first film where he got his mask, and also it was the first film in 3D. Every 3D film needs some eye-popping visuals, and I guess that's why they gave Jason a harpoon. And it would shock you to learn, Jason is an amazing shot with a harpoon. Seriously, that far away, one-handed, just boom, right in the eye. Ow. And I love how he just doesn't even make it. Just ambles off. No big deal. That was fun. Let's do something else, I guess. What a gangster. Number 4. Here's a death they very clearly reverse manufactured. Like some executive at Paramount must have just said, I want someone to get chopped upside down. And I guess that's why this guy's just going around doing handstands. But it does give Jason a great opportunity to say, fuck your acrobatics, and chop him from the bottom up. Well, you know, I guess it was at least a creative way to go, and I do love that POV shot of the blood. And of course, since it's a Friday the 13th film, this all happens concurrent with a woman having a shower. Bonus points. Number 3. Some people really love Jason X. I'm not one of them, but I'll tell you what I do love. This kill. When Jason is frozen cryogenically and sent to the year 2455, totally normal sentence I just said, he gets the chance to do some freezing of his own. And he comes across some liquid nitrogen and makes himself a little frozen treat. That is so brutal, satisfying and quick that it is kind of funny and just entertaining to watch. Even Jason is like, damn, that was easy. I don't remember it being that easy. But look, in a film that I don't think always lives up to its potential, that kill knocks it out of the park. Love it every time. Number 2. Now you can't always accuse the Friday the 13th films of putting in effort into their kills, which is why this kill from Friday the 13th Part 2 is so damn satisfying. Jason just doesn't discriminate in who he kills. It doesn't matter your age, your gender, or the colour of your skin. And it's refreshing to see he's also not ableist, as he kills a man in a wheelchair. But unfortunately for this man, it seems death is only the beginning as he rolls down the stairs, and more stairs, and keeps going in the lashing rain and lightning. And man, the one thing that ruins this one for me is the fact that the movie decides to freeze frame and zoom in while it fades to white. Which sucks, but it does raise the fun possibility that this man could still be out there rolling somewhere. Roll on, brother. Roll on! And my number 1 Friday the 13th kill. I don't know how to say this. Crispin Glover is a weird dude, and you'd know that just by watching this film. Whether he's declining to go swimming with bikini babes because he can't... Well, I'll just let him say I can't do justice to his delivery.
Come on in!
Oh, no. No, we have no suits.
Or whether he just decides to offer a girl a dance and then does this. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Call an exorcist. But thankfully his weird delivery does return for my favourite kill in the whole series, thanks to its dark sense of humour and gory Tom Savini effects, where this poor man goes from not being able to see a corkscrew to not being able to see anything again, ever.
Ted! Ted! Hey, Ted, where the hell's the corkscrew?
I could watch that on a loop until the day I die, and it would be a life well lived. Ted, where the hell's the corkscrew? And that is my top 13 Friday the 13th kills. Let me know in the comments below what your favourite kills from the series are, or if you agree or disagree with my own takes. I'd love to know. Aside from that, please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss more content and all the horrible Halloween slasher stuff we have going on. But until next time, stay safe out there, campers. It's got a death curse.